Hi guys, this is Stacy. I'm back with another video. I want to thank all my new subscribers, and if you're coming back to see me, thank you. I love you all so much. Everything you need to know will be in the description box. Please like the video and hit that bell so you don't miss one. And if there's any questions or you'd like to talk, let's please do that in the comments. So this is an energy update, and it's for the collective. It's for anyone who can feel this, okay? Pick your spot. And we're going to call this the death of the false self. So I greet you today with additional insight, energetic support, and heart-centered companionship as we make our way through the completion phase of this 12-12 Stargate. It's been very rough, guys. Perhaps you're noticing having sleep problems, emotional sensitivities, crying a lot, or just a desire to withdraw from the world, guys. I haven't wanted to get out of pajamas in 2 days, to be honest. Highlighting the amount of activation occurring in our chakras and the DNA as this massive rewiring process reaches us on 12/21. I wanted to share with you an interesting theme servicing in many of you who are undergoing this transmutation phase. I call this theme the death of the false idol. By the Webster's Dictionary, as you know I love to do, an idol is an image which is an object of worship. While most people think of idols as religious statues, sacred locations, or holy monuments, it is common for our modern day version of idolization to get projected upon those in our lives to whom we've given away our power. While it is natural to create deep rooted bonds with those we love, we can feel a tremendous amount of loss, grief, and despair if and when relationships end. Right, guys? While there is an unpinning of idolization that occurs when those we love become the images or idols that define our sense of value. We see ourselves in them. We wrap ourselves in them. This means our perception of love can often shift into codependency idolization when someone else's experience seems to limit or diminish our personal experience because they don't see it the way we do. As an example, okay, I love my family. I've loved my friends. I've loved being the catalyst in so many people's life. But when I was younger, having these people mad at me, rather from the tiniest things I couldn't understand, simply triggering them, it in my mind and in my unloved heart felt like a death in my heart when I felt like I disappointed them, that I wasn't enough. I wasn't good enough. As a child, having someone mad at me felt like the entire world was crumbling around me. I would find myself groveling at the feet of everyone I idolized, willing to give anything away in the name of being back in their good graces. This led to a lifelong pattern of always needing to make sure that the people that I loved or I thought who loved me were happy in order for me to be happy with my perception, of myself. This created a series of patterns such as codependency and enmeshment, where choices were made to keep my loved one's approval intact instead of following the flow of my inner directive where I knew I needed to be. Because I was so emotionally and psychologically damaged by the withdrawal of the love and approval, I allowed the ideas and beliefs to navigate my choice making, turning away from the pursuit of joy so I could keep my distance because I knew the anticipation of that pain. As our crystalline DNA gets activated, we undergo an emotional purging. We are characters who have given our power away to our vanishing form of existence. Our Our deep relationships are going through major shifts, which may appear as relationship tension or upheaval as old patterns are dissolving. While this isn't the first time this type of mass exodus may have entered your life, as I have plenty that I could share, from the death of loved ones, being laid off, from being sick, or choosing to leave the love of my life, or a job, or dissolving a romantic partnership, or even the completion of friendships. It's important to highlight this phase of interpersonal purging as we release the characters representing codependency, entanglement, and enmeshment in order to make room for brand new bonds rooted in the frequency of love, freedom, openness, and joy in who we are now. And take all of those things we have been and put it into one. During the death of the false self or idol, there is a very clear wiping away of toxic bonds. Whether these conditioning plays out along a victimhood, a narcissistic, as well as those who drain your energy by identifying with their shadow while unknowingly acting as energetic vampires. While we are all making our way deeper into radiance of light and into the mastery of our light, each and every soul has their own unique path to complete and play out. While we offer compassion and forgiveness for the journey of each person, now it is time to help the universe clear space in your life. So a reality once brimming with toxic patterns and people and places and things became a harvest of time-honored friendships and authentic heart-centered connections because they all matter. One of the strongest aspects to the death of self is how sad, lonely, and heartbroken we can feel in the absence of energetic vampires, mainly because we are feeling the sting of that rejection and feeling often alone or invisible and in the period of solitude. Basically, for me, I hear a song, Good Enough. I am good enough. Before healing is complete and new members of your soul family arrive, guys, while we no longer may have people sucking our energy dry, for some, it at least made us feel useful to have the attention and surface approval, even from those who were using us for the resource of light, replaying our childhood programming and wounds. This is what often leads to either reaching out to such characters in moments of despair or allowing manipulative patterns to wiggle its way back into your life. Since our egos make quite personal what is actually the mechanics of the universal energy in motion, it's helpful to remember that we tend to become the vibrational average of the 5 people we spend the most amount of time with. Think about that. Who are those people? This can often lead to confusion when it comes to caring for your family, particularly aging parents who may not be having the most greatest time evolving through consciousness. From one perspective, we might think, everyone in my life is toxic. They all must go. And that hurts. And that's devastating. And yet, through the wisdom of our heart, a clear question arises. Am I the vibrational average of the 5 people I spend the most amount of time with? Why not make time spent with myself an opportunity to be more aligned with love than ever before? Because love is all that matters. As we embrace death of the false self or idol as a sacred opportunity to be the most vibrational, inspirational force in our own lives, we allow the purging of loss from those who drained our energy from the power we gave away to be our phase of solace, rejuvenation, reflection, and rec I can't get it out, sorry. I'm getting emotional. Rec- we are recreating. If you are experiencing the loss of friends, family, coworkers, lovers, or simply feel like a ghost walking around in your own reality, It is detoxification of the idealization pattern that oftentimes, guys, seems time and space and perspective to soothe your feelings and mend each layer of your heartbreak and loneliness with the depth of conscious love that will soon be reflected back by a cast of incoming and energetically upgraded characters because they're coming. While these new characters represent a party celebrating the arrival of the 5D consciousness, we are currently working through the sense where, for many of us, we are the first to arrive at the party in our honor. This makes the ending of 2019 and the entry point into a brand new decade a perfect opportunity to get the party started. Knowing more are soon to arrive, especially when we don't look out the window for those parking their cars, but instead get lost with the celebration of our own timeless magnificence of who we are. During this phase of rejuvenation, reclaiming power and releasing toxic relationships is a perfect time to fall as madly in love with yourself as humanly possible. Start by focusing on the things most easy to love about you, and then gradually open up, honoring and acknowledging the things you wish were different or that bring up the most amount of shame. Because we are doing deep emotional work, the process cannot be rushed. It must always be performed at the speed of authenticity and honesty within ourselves. Instead of worrying about the foods you shouldn't eat, take time to put effort into adding into your diet the foods that promote wellness, balance, and longevity. Perhaps invite more leafy greens, vegetables into your daily meals, planning along with purified water, and just whatever makes you feel good in your eating habits. Prepare for an incredible 2020 by mentally thanking each of the characters who have left your life. Dare to wish them well on their soul's journey and allow any pain experienced in 2019 and before to end with a smile. If there are things you aren't able to embrace to this to this thought, simply make more time for self-love, where instead of trying to change how you think or feel, merely offer emotional support and greater companionship to however you seem to be. This isn't about how a spiritual person should behave, but rather being true to your journey as you dare to love yourself. Challenge yourself to perform spontaneous acts of goodwill, along with sending blessings of light to those on TV or social media feeds and those you pass on the street. Don't forget to give a stranger a hug or to smile or say it will all be okay, rather than focus on the outcome you hope to manifest in the new year. Take time to decide who you would like to be in your words and actions and behaviors. An empowered co creator declares no matter the circumstances and outcomes that you are meant to be, I will be more of this, that, and the other to myself and to those I encounter. As life helps you purge toxic relationships. Hold on. I need to plug in my computer. Sorry, guys. Life helps purge toxic relationships out of your field in preparation for meeting deeper aspects of the reborn, newly empowered you. We embrace the death of our false self as an opportunity to clear away the distractions of drama, so to give greater space for light to inhabit. Now that we are addressing and healing our core traumas on a cellular level, with each false idea of ourself fading away, there remains nothing in the way of discovering yourself as the source of existence. While you have always been the truth existing in all, it only becomes a life-changing shift, guys, of the ages once it is integrated in the embodied of the cellular level. This is why the process is so deep, comprehensive, and often uncomfortable to navigate. It's uncharted territories that we have been in. It is with my heart may we face our most deepest feelings, welcome our heart-shattering aloneness, soothe the confusion that comes from diving so deeply into the center of your unresolved pain. We have so many gifts to unwrap. The time we take to heal and the process emotional discomfort equally accelerates the blessings, synchronicities, and joys in becoming worthy enough, good enough, wholeheartedly receive who you are. It is hard when we are transmuting and what we are going through and what the collective is feeling that they don't understand what they're going through, but love them anyway. Send them love anyway. And on the days when you feel like you can't give, stay loving yourself until you can love another. This is all for love. I'm with you if you need me. I love you guys. Bye until next time.